Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jai Radha Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। मम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Till what time the question should be?
Actually, 11 o'clock only. 11 o'clock is darshan. As per the plan. Maybe. I'll check in.
This one. Hare Krishna. So I'm very, very happy to be amongst all of you on this very auspicious holy place of the, this is sometimes called as Chikka Tirupati also. And this is Prasanna Venkateshwara Swami's, holy place. And Bangaru Tirupati, these various names are there. And one thing you can observe in all these traditional holy places, the temple is the center, and no all other places are connected to the temple, which is in connection to the temple. And how many of you have gone to Srirangam anytime? So Melkote. Okay. So if you see like all these places, the temple is the center, and the immediate vicinity, is the Brahmanas live, and then the Kshatriyas and Vaishyas and Shudras. Like the whole the society was organized in such a way the temple is the center. In fact, in the past, when people used to travel, so they didn't have GPS, no, they didn't have the modern systems and things like that. So when they would travel, so their landmark, no, or the identification that they are getting close to a village or getting close to a town is the gopuram of the temple. So that used to be the tallest, no, in the this one, and we see that, from the past, like there are many things that are preserved from the past. So one thing that we can see is the temples are the ones, which are standing, still good. We don't see the, houses built at that point in time or other buildings that are built at that point in time. We don't even see much of the forts, the king's palaces and things like that. So very few of them, are there. But in temples, there are many, many temples, which are coming from Dwapara Yuga, which are coming from even more longer time. So this is also a temple, like, from a very, very long time. So it's like, close to uh, like Dwapara time, this temple is. So we can see that these temples are preserved, and the houses and palaces and all the other things, they are not so much still standing. So what statement that does this make? No, what statement does this make in terms of the priorities that people had in the past? What it makes? People gave a lot of importance for the, no, for the temple, right? So why is it so? So these days, if we see, like, the center of the city will be a mall, you know or some place of nice entertainment and things like that. So now, like, everybody is looking for happiness. The scriptures say that so every living entity is actually looking for happiness. And in every civilization, whatever people thought, that would give them happiness. That's what they gave importance to. And in the Vedic civilization, people thought that, the worship of the Supreme Lord and the building of the temples and then God-centric life, that's kind of the center of, that's kind of this one which is going to give us happiness. And they actually invested sufficiently on that. And now, no, the modern culture is that the happiness is brought by gratifying our senses. And what's the best way that we can do? So, like, by malls, restaurants, and, like, different things. So that's where the whole focus is going on. And so the best of the buildings, in the city, if you see, are the, places of entertainment, right? So this is, and another best of the things that in the city we can see is our own personal homes. So, like, this is the difference, from the Vedic civilization to the modern civilization. And it is proven that the Vedic civilization was much more happier and content. So even many invaders, of to India, so they actually made this one. So these people are quite satisfied. These people are quite happy. So it is quite difficult to create dissension and, difficult to, like, cut through this. This very solid and strong structure, social structure, family structure, cultural structure. No, it's very, very strong, and it's quite difficult to cut through. And um, it took hundreds of years for the invaders to actually penetrate deep into, India and take control and things like that. So, and what we see is, what we see, the current culture, the family structure and cultural structure that we are seeing is just the remains of, this one after, like many invaders try to destroy for many years. After that, what remains is, the culture that we are actually seeing. So we can actually see how strong is our culture, how strong is our, foundation of Vedic culture. So that, it's so strong. It's not that easy to actually demolish. Once it is built. So somehow or other, so much of demolition has happened, and now we are trying to revive it. Trying to revive it to its original glory. And these all places, the, historic places, the ancient places, when we come, it actually rejuvenates, and it actually gives us the identity who we are. We are, like, part of Sanatana Dharma, we are part of this Vedic culture. And here is where, this all thing shows that, whatever we are talking about the Vedic culture is not some myth. It is actually there. It actually was there. So wonderful places, are built, and rich history is there behind each of these places. Right? So this is the focus, the shift of focus, that has happened, at this point in time in the modern this one, definitely for the pursuit of, for the expectation of happiness. So, but then unfortunately, it is not, delivering the happiness that is, the people are looking for. So, because the Srimad Bhagavatam clearly mentions what is the actual thing that can give us happiness. So, Savai Mumsam Paro Dharma, Yato Bhakti Radokshri, Ahitaki Apratihata, Yayatma Suprasidati. So, like the supreme religion, for all the living entities, is to be engaged in the service of the Lord. No, ito bhakti radokshati. No, to be engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. And when that devotional service is performed without any expectation, ahitiki and apratihata, so without any interruption and without any expectation. So yay atma suprasidati. That thing can satisfy the living entity to the core. No, that's the thing which can really satisfy the living entity. So this goes to show that like we are actually part and parcel of the Lord. Our real business is to be engaged in the service of the Lord. But somehow or other, now we are distracted from that business, and we have been wandering in this material world, and looking for happiness and satisfaction elsewhere, but it is not going to happen. So now there are many people are there like who don't even know that we are part and parcel of the Lord, and there is no clue that I have to come back to the lotus feet of the Lord. I have to render service to the lotus feet of the Lord. So there is no clue about all these things. So that's one class of people. And then the other class of people are the beginners in Krishna consciousness, who understand that yes, I have to get back to the spiritual world. I have to get back to my original position as a servant of the Lord. But then the like theoretically, like it is all good. But then the mind and the whole system is tuned for gratifying the senses. So the natural propensity of the mind is to be engaged in the sense gratification, right? So that's the natural pull that is there. So now there needs to be a training, there needs to be a process that needs to be adopted so that we can come to a natural position. Sometimes people ask that, okay, this is, you're trying to brainwash, you're trying to do something, what is it? Something artificially you are trying to impose onto us. So, but then Srila Prabhupada gives a very wonderful example. He gives an example of a small child is there. He is given training to walk. So, and he over a period of time he starts walking. So, but then he cannot be given training to fly. No, it is not there in his capacity, right? So he can never fly. So, in the same way, scripture says, Nitya Siddha Krishna Bhakti Sadhya Kabunai, Shavanadi Suddha Chitta Karayodai. So, this Krishna Bhakti or devotion to the Lord, the service to the Lord, is not something foreign to us, and it is very, very intrinsic to us. It's very, what is that? Very swabhavik, very, very natural to us. And because of our external conditioning, so we are in an artificial kind of a this one where we are not satisfied. So, Shravanadi Suddha Chitta Karayodai. So, when we perform this Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, these kind of devotional services, so then Suddha Chitta, Karayodai, automatically the original Krishna consciousness will come out. It is not that everything that we need, we have to newly learn and stuff like that. No, it's not. So, it's only the process that we are doing so that the covering is removed and the actual product, the actual Krishna consciousness is there within the heart. That will actually, naturally it will come out, right? So that's the position that we are in, and it requires a sufficient amount of what is that? Sufficient amount of diligence, a sufficient amount of practice, for us to actually come to our original state. Just like if you are in diseased condition, so if you eat something or if you come in touch with something which is going to increase the infection, so then the disease prolongs. So when we are in a disease condition, we have to take care of two things: the do's and don'ts. Vidhi and nisheth. These two things are very important. And in the devotional practice also, we have these two things. Whatever is the favorable things that are needed to execute Krishna consciousness, so that has to be accepted, and whatever that is unfavorable, that has to be rejected. Right. So these two things are very essential. So you have got a little shortened time now. Right. So, this regarding this, there is a nice pastime, in Srimad Bhagavatam. So we thought of discussing that pastime today. So this is a pastime of Bharat Maharaj. So he is in the path of attaining the Supreme Lord, and because of a slight negligence, he had to go through, like tangent, and then he had to come back. So he takes 3 lifetimes to, attain this perfection. So Bharat Maharaj is a son of a very great king, Rishabhadev. No, Rishabhadev is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord, and like he had 100 sons, and Bharat Maharaj is the eldest of all of them. And in fact, his glory is such that his rule is such that after his regime, the whole of the earth, was called as Bharatavarsha. So from Bharata Maharaj comes Bharatavarsha, like that. Even in fact, Arjuna is addressed as what? Bharata, right? So Bharata means a descendant of Bharata. It's called Bharata, right? So Kaunteya, sometimes he's called as Kaunteya, and Pandava, like that. So Pandu's sons are called Pandava, like that. So this is very very great king, very glorious king. And no, in fact, when he was ruling the citizens just like a father would take care of the children. And no, everybody were very happy, and everything was all set and nice. So but then, like, the actual purpose of our existence is, somehow or other we have to, revive our spiritual consciousness. And we see many great kings in the past, they had, even though they had all facilities, everything, so they were not like the modern politicians, where till the time the net, death comes and knocks them off, they don't want to get out of the chair. No, it's not like that. So Bharat Maharaj, when his youth was there and sufficiently he was energetic and things like that, so even then, he actually gave up, his kingship, and then he wanted to proceed to the path of, spiritual realization, because that's the ultimate thing, in the life. So he wanted to proceed towards the path of spiritual realization, and in fact, it is glorified. His renunciation, is glorified as when he left the kingdom. He left it just like Malavat. No, it is called as, it is the Sanskrit. This expression is used. Malavat means like when we go to clear our stomach. Like after clearing, like we will not bother about, like, what's the state of, this one. So we will just flush it. So like that. When he left his great opulent kingdom and all facilities and things like that, he just considered, no, this is not that important, in his life. And then he went to, pursue his spiritual path. So he went to Pulaha Ashrama, in the banks of Gantaki River. So like where this river exists, Gantaki River. Huh? Nepal, yeah. So Nepal, so like it's close to the, in the past, in the Vedic times, like anybody who wants to get spiritual advancement, so they would generally go to the north, towards the Himalayas. That's the place, that they would actually generally go. So like he went there, and then he was performing his daily rituals, and very practicing very very intense austerities and penances and remembrance of the Lord and the chanting and stuff like that. And he gradually became very very advanced in the spiritual consciousness. So, and one day, he was sitting on the banks of Gantaki River, and then he was performing his, daily chanting and things like that. So, at that time, there was a deer, which was pregnant, and it came to the river to drink water. And at the same time, there was a roar of a lion or a tiger, and then this suddenly this deer became little perturbed, and it wanted to jump over, and it had a miscarriage, and this deer, after some time, it actually left the body. And Bharat Maharaj saw the small, small deer calf, and like, he had a compassion towards that, and he took care of the deer. And now I can actually relate with this, because in our near our temple land, so sometimes, like, these some local people, like whenever there is some puppies of some dogs are there, they are taking and leaving it around in those places, like they don't want to care for the children of the dogs, so they keep the dogs for their sense gratification. And now more puppies are coming, so it's a burden for them, so they just like throw them off somewhere. It's a very very bad thing, like we are actually exploiting some living entity for our happiness, right? So then these puppies, like they were literally like whoever is going passing by, so they were actually going to them, looking for whether they will give some food. They are hungry, completely hungry. And then sometimes they get hit by some vehicle, or or like sometimes the nearby children, they want to take care of these puppies, they don't know how to do, and they dip them in the water, give them a bath and things like that. So it's very pathetic situation they actually go through. But then one thing is that I've seen that whenever somebody passes by, so they immediately go and request for help. They in their own language, they request for help. So it is very very much heart melting actually. So we see that this Bharat Maharaj, he also was so much compassionate upon this deer, and he took care of the deer. And then over a period of taking care, basically there is the limit to how much we can actually take care. So before like we need to know like where is our duty and where is our attachment. So like Bharat Maharaj slowly got attached to this deer, and he started spending a lot of time with this deer. And then he even neglected his spiritual duties. So to that extent, like it actually went. And if sometimes, like if the deer is not there around, he would feel sad for it. And then if when he is chanting, he will be looking, why what this deer is doing, and things like that. So generally, like this, devotees also have this experience. When they chant, they think that what's the day is going to be like, and how am I going to do this particular activity, and so many different thoughts actually go on. And Bharat Maharaj is a person like who had crossed all these levels, and he was very intensely engaged in Krishna Bhakti. And now, because of attachment to this deer, again, these thoughts actually started coming in. So whatever we are attached to, our mind will naturally be engaged in that. We cannot stop it. That's the natural thing. So we need to see, like we have multiple kind of different things that we are dealing with. So we have to do certain things as a duty, and certain things with great attachment. And the scriptures always talks about, there are various duties that we are doing, so we have to do discharge all the duties very nicely. But then we should put our endeavor to cultivate attachment to certain things, which are very favorable for us, which are good for us, in the future lives, or which are good for us to go back to the spiritual life, spiritual world. So this is something very important. So we should be very calculative about it. So the attachment, the scripture says, no, Ishvare tadadineshu balisheshu dushatsucha prema maitri kripa peksha ekaroti samadhyama. So like a practitioner of Krishna consciousness is expected to develop active love and affection towards the Supreme Lord, right? And what about the family members? So family members also, we should encourage them to develop love and affection towards the Supreme Lord, right? So one nice last time in few of the like centers had taken this Dhruva Charitra. So like in Dhruva Maharaj, when he was very much affected by the insult of his stepmother, so he went to his mother. And then like he was looking for some solution. And the mother told, you see, like I'm just one poor mother, what can I help you? You should surrender to the Supreme Lord. He is equivalent to millions of mothers, so he can actually help you, right? So that is a very very powerful this one. So if you see, like in the Vedic culture, this was very strong. Everyone in the family, they knew that I have a responsibility to take care of the other members of the family, but then how much I can take care. The Supreme Lord is the one who is sitting as Paramatma. He is the one who is giving the air to breathe. He is the one who is giving the food to eat. Everything he is doing. Ideal is that everybody should develop attachment to the Supreme Lord. Of course, maintaining our nice relationship in the family, and at the same time each other should encourage towards our ultimate goal, our ultimate perfection. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita, like aham bija pratapita, that means I am the seed giving father of all the living entities, right? So he is the original father. He's our original family. So we should actively try to develop our relationship with him. And here, like this Bharat Maharaj, like he, though he left all his great kingdom and great opulence and everything, now he's started to get attachment to this deer. So this is the way of attachment. In fact, once Indra, he was cursed to become a pig, and then he got the body of a pig, and then he was living the life for some time. After some time, Brahma came back, and he told that, okay, this like the universal management is in chaos, because the king is not there. So like that's why this word chaotic situation in Sanskrit, it is called arajaka. There is no raja. So then it will become chaotic actually. So then Brahma comes, and then he says, like, it's okay, like, no, your curse period, no, I will reduce the period of your curse. So you come back, your position is vacant, and no, things are going haywire. So then Indra, in the form of a pig, he was telling what happens to my family, what happens to my children, and things like that. So then Brahma tried to put some sense into his head. No, you are an Indra, like, no, you are taking care of so many things. You have a big responsibility, right? So like you just got caught up in this pig family. So then Indra was still not like getting the sense of it. So then Brahma had to forcibly, like, take him back. So we can see that, like, at every level, the attachment is quite very strong, and the moment we start engaging with that, we start developing attachment. So all of you might have seen kids getting a toy, like till the time the toy is not there, it's not there in the mind and things like that. The moment the toy comes into the life of the kid, immediately within no time the attachment develops. So then after that, if you take the toy out, it's so much of trauma over there, right? So in the same way, like all of us also, we have gone through many lives, and in all these lives, we have got into the same way of different kinds of attachments and things like that. And Bharat Maharaj also is going through the same. This one, it's quite natural and quite we can actually relate with. So he got so much attached to this deer, and one day this deer actually like after it grew, it just went off into the forest. So then like Bharat Maharaj could not able to find this deer, and he was so much in anxiety, and he was thinking that, no, I did not take care of this deer properly. No, it came to my shelter, like it came to my protection, and I am supposed to give protection to the people who have come to my shelter. And now I have missed in my duty, and this deer has gone, and like now what's going to happen with that and things like that. So much of anxiety, and in that state of mind, he had to die. He had to give up his body. And yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tajatante kalevaram tham tam evaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. So like Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, whatever you remember at the point of death, you will actually get that, right? So that kind of a body. So because he remembered the deer, he got the body of a deer in the next life. So but because he had executed very nice practice of devotion in a like throughout his life, so by Lord's grace, he was given the remembrance of his past life, and he knew that I did this mistake, I compromised my spiritual practice, and that's the reason now I'm there in the body of a deer. It's actually a degradation. It's actually a degradation of the body. And in the human life, like one has the opportunity to make spiritual progress, but here, though like he got the body of a deer, still he was able to remember his past, and he was able to remember all his spiritual practices. So as in the body of a deer, he did not spend time with other deer family. He actually went to back to the Pulaha ashram where he was performing his austerities, and there other sadhus were there, and he used to, like, the deer used to like go and sit in the pravachan, and so like it used to hear all the spiritual discourses and things like that, and he used to spend most of his time with the other sadhus over there. And in this way, like remembering this one, so the deer also gave up its body, and the next lifetime, he got the birth in a family of a brahmanas. So Krishna mentions this one, that Suchinam Srimatam Gehe, Yoga Brashta, like those who have Yoga Brashta, that means those who have somehow or other not able to complete their practice of Krishna consciousness. So then they're given birth in a very nice, Brahminical family, where the practice of Krishna consciousness is already there right from childhood. They are getting opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness, or they are given birth in a very rich family, so that they don't need to struggle for their basic needs. They can actually start their practice immediately, right? So this is a very advanced person would get birth in a very advanced stage. No, he is not able to complete. So then he would get birth in a poor Brahmana's family, and if very less advancement, then he'll take birth in a rich aristocratic family. Right. So this one, and anyway, so he got birth in a nice Brahmana family, and no, but then now he is able to understand or have the remembrance of the past lives, past lives, what all things happened. And Bharat Maharaj, the Jada Bharat, this in this life he is called as Jada Bharat because he was always conscious that I have to attain my goal of going back to the spiritual world. But then I got deceived. I got cheated in my past lives. I got into deviation, and I could not able to attain my goal. And in this life, he was very very cautious. He was internally he was constantly remembering the Lord and chanting the names of the Lord, and remembering the pastimes of the Lord. But externally, he acted as if dumb, deaf, dumb, and like a madman. Right, so that's why he was given the name Jada Bharat. And his father, he was very affectionate towards him. He was trying to train him in all the Brahminical principles of cleanliness, austerity, and chanting of the Vedic hymns and things like that. So, but no, he seemed to be like an untrainable madman. So eventually, his father passed away. So then after that, his other relatives and all, so they did not treat him well. So they used him for menial services, and then used him to take care of agricultural fields and things like that. So, but Bharat, though he was so exalted, very, very exalted soul, self-realized soul. So, but he never protested. No, he never protested. Why you people are engaging me like this? He was like, just whatever by the will of the Lord, is happening. So he was just allowing that to happen. And then at one point in time, some dacoits, they actually came, and they wanted to, they were trying to find a Narabali, these self-manufactured system of worships, these are there. So, and they get some kind of tantric powers, through this kind of system. So they were looking for a very nice, well-built person to be sacrificed. And when they saw this person, they saw that he is very good for being a Narabali. So they actually took him, and no, they were about to sacrifice him in the altar of goddess Kali. So, but then, Mother Kali, she is also called as Vaishnavi. She's also called as a devotee of the Lord. So, in fact, in the Krishna book, the pastimes of Lord Krishna. So, in the appearance of Lord Krishna, so there it is mentioned that before Krishna, goddess Kali, or she will actually take birth, in this one, and she'll be exchanged in the place of Krishna. And that time, so when Krishna actually engages, Mother Durga in this task, he actually gives different names to Mother Durga. So, one of the names that he gives is Vaishnavi. So she is very devoted to the Lord, and she naturally likes the devotees of the Lord. So she could not able to tolerate such a thing is happening. So she actually broke open from the deity. She came out and she actually killed all the dacoits. So this happened. So then after that, Jada Bharat, he did not want to. When he was about to be killed, he did not protest. When he was saved, he did not had any this one. So whatever by the will of the Lord, it's happening, it's happening. So he just carried on, and he was just wandering, unknown to the people of this world. So one time a king, by name Raghugana, so he was passing by a forest, and then he was carried on a palanquin, and one of the palanquin carriers, he was he fell sick. So they were trying to find another person. So they found this person, anybody they were just picking up anyone and everyone and putting them on the service of the king. So then he was caught, and then he was made to carry the palanquin, and he did not protest, as usual. And then when he was walking, there were ants, that were passing by, and he did not want to kill those ants. He was stepping over and things like that. And because of his action, of not he is not going in the same pace as the other palanquin carriers. So when this was happening, the king was experiencing some kind of difficulty in the within the palanquin. It was not a comfortable ride. So then king actually chastised him, saying that why are you carrying in this rough way, and he even chastised little harsh words he used. So then Jada Bharat very humbly replied, you see, like, all that you are chastising, it's all about this body. I am not the body. No, you're not addressing me. No, so your chastisement is like just like beating up a dead horse. No, so you're actually accusing my body, and you're actually telling things about my body, but I am not these things that you have mentioned. So then when the king heard such a wise wisdom from this man, so immediately understood, no, this is not an ordinary shudra like whom I have engaged. No, this is a person very wise man. He is a sadhu. So immediately the king got down from the palanquin. He offered obeisances, and he begged forgiveness, and he asked him to reveal his identity, that you seem to be like a very great person. So I don't I don't bother if I do any mistakes. But then if I happen to offend a brahmana, if I happen to offend a wise soul, then that is a big offense, and I will not get a good destination because of this. So I'm very much worried about this. Please forgive me, and then please enlighten me in my spiritual this one. So then he asked about various things, various spiritual inquiries. And Jada Bharat, he was giving very wonderful teachings to Maharaj Raghugana, which made him quite spiritual. So he told that the primary teaching of Jada Bharat was the mind is the cause of all the problems of this life. All of us agree. Mind is the cause of all the problems of this life. So when the mind is uncontrolled and it is just left to enjoy in this material world, it actually creates bondage, it actually creates misery, and so many other things. When the mind is controlled and it is actually put through the practice of detachment, it actually becomes the source of liberation or the cause of liberation, right? So, and he actually trained Maharaj Raghugana. So in this way, we see that this whole pastime, Bharat Maharaj took 3 lifetimes, and in the third lifetime, in the Jada Bharat's this one, he was very cautious of not having any wrong association, any materialistic association, and he was quite cautious about protecting his spiritual life. So it's like a treasure. If you have a treasure, if you have some what is that nice treasure in terms of any jewels or in terms of money or something like that, you will always try to keep it very protected. You will keep with lot of safety and security and things like that. So Jada Bharat's action was something like that. He was already having such wonderful realization of he was a self-realized soul. He was already having the spiritual treasure in his heart, but the spiritual treasure can be nourished by the way of Shravanam Kirtanam, by the way of association, by the way of such yatras and things like that. And this spiritual treasure can be destroyed when we come in contact with something material, so when we try to enjoy something material. So this one. So the Jada Bharat was very, very cautious. I should not lose this treasure. After so much of struggle, now I've got this treasure. Now I should not lose it. He was very, very cautious about it. Right. So in fact, that is a purpose for which Srila Prabhupada created this organization ISKCON. So where the primary purpose is that devotees can come together and have association. It's all of us are like matchsticks, matchsticks and matchbox like that. So but individually there is no fire, but when we come together, there can be the fire can be actually ignited. So by the process of Shravanam Kirtanam, by the process of association, we actually can create such wonderful Krishna conscious environment, right? So that's the purpose for which it is created. And it is not just the organization. So ISKCON is not just the organization. ISKCON is the people, who are actually, trying to volunteer and do their services and things like that. So just like, this yatra, you see like so much of organizations. How many buses are there? Around 4 buses, and then you saw like, prasadam is there, and then lunch prasadam is planned, and so many activities are planned. No, like all of us know, behind any activity, there must be a lot of, no, at least few people, who are putting so much of energy and effort and things like that. So, no, they are also family people. No, they are also having their responsibilities and, various commitments and things like that. So, in spite of that, they take time out, and then they take this trouble of organizing these things. So what's the purpose? No, the purpose is to create association. The purpose is to create an environment where we can actually, get this opportunity to hear about the Lord, take darshan of the Lord, and spend a day, in association of devotees. And later, after you get back to your places, so every week, these leaders, they are conducting the Bhakti Vriksha, programs. So what's the purpose? Now, again, the same thing, like coming together in association and discussing about the Lord. So this creates such a wonderful, effect, like just by doing this Shravanam Kirtanam, just by coming in contact, with other fellow devotees. So we can actually improve our Krishna consciousness. We can nurture our Krishna consciousness, and like in the very same time, like if we want to do other activities, that will actually, put us in the bondage, right? So it is quite, like, weekly once coming in association is quite nice, right? So all of you appreciate, and like it is a very good, this one, that all of you are there for this yatra means like you appreciate it a lot. That's how we have ended up here. So those who don't want, they all have already gone. Right? So like I thank you all also for identifying this as a very important, activity in your life, and being very sincere in your spiritual practice. So, no, it is very essential that, we do this do's and don'ts. We have this material disease, and by doing this process of Shravanam and Kirtanam, by coming in association of devotees, we will actually, get our disease cured. And, by like indulging in material activities, or activities like, the world that appreciates about, and which is glorified about, and things like that. So in fact, no, sometimes, devotees say like, no, thank you, Prabhu, like, you made us a devotee. So now we save a lot on the hotel bills, and like, when we go for even window shopping, like, we end up spending a lot and things like that. We are having so much of savings now. This is one of the benefits of Krishna consciousness. And then, on contrary, like, than spending on hotel and things like that, whenever we come for any program, nice feast is there, and it's free of cost. So it's quite rewarding, actually. Even materially also it's quite rewarding. Spiritually, definitely, it's very, very much rewarding, actually. So in this way, like, we should try to see that, we should take up this Krishna consciousness very seriously, and it's a serious business. And we have, gone through many, many cycles of birth and death. So like, sometimes, like, some devotees, they were mentioning that, what's the problem for, like, we can have few more lifetimes and we can go. And then I just put them through an exercise. If I tell you to go back to the school, and then, I make your size small, and then I'll tell you to go back to the school, and, same things, you have to go through and stuff like that. Is it okay for you? Then they tell, no, it's not that great. So, better that, we try to finish the business, in this life, try to become serious in the practice of Krishna consciousness. And it is quite natural. It is our original, it's our original consciousness to be engaged in the service of the Lord. So let's try to cultivate that, seriously. And we are very fortunate to be amongst many serious practitioners, of Krishna consciousness. So all of them are having so much of eagerness, to perfect their life. They are very eager to read Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Very eager to chant the names of the Lord. Very eager to come together in association and serve. This is very, very rare. In fact, it is mentioned that, it is very, very rare to get a human form of life. Out of 84 lakh species of life, coming to the human form of life is a very rare opportunity. So in that human form of life, if we come in contact with devotees of the Lord, it's the most rarest combination. It's like very, very rarest combination. So somehow or other, we are blessed with this opportunity to have the association of devotees, to have the opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness. So please take it seriously and try to practice this Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. So any questions or comments? Yes. Okay. No, no, no. Not like that. Not like that. It has a this one. What is that? It has a principle. Like if that is a case, the Vedic cities, that are built like Srirangam or Melkotai and all we discussed now. So they would not have the houses immediate next vicinity. In fact, they are called as agrahara. No, like they build the houses just next to the temple. So, but there is a system that your house should not be taller than the temple. No, that is the thing that is there. No, so that is something that is mentioned. It is not that your house should not be just outside the temple. No, it's not like that. Definitely, the auspiciousness of the temple will come into the house. Creating all of us. No, it's the first. This one is we were not created. We are always there. So we are eternal. No, that's the this one of meaning of this word sanatana. The living entities are sanatana, and they are never created and they are never going to die. No, so like that is this one, and happily we all were. So there is one supreme Lord, and we are all part and parcel of the Lord, and there is a happy family like where everybody are happily engaged. In loving exchanges. So, but then somehow or other, some spark comes in the mind that why not I go separate, and enjoy separate from the Lord. So that's the problem. So when we do that, the Lord is very amazing person. No, even if you want to go against him, no, he will provide you facility. He will provide you the energy and strength to oppose him, and he will provide with all your necessities to be away from him. So everything he actually does. No, uh, that's probably a problem for us. So like he's such a nice gentleman that even if we say like I don't want to be there with you, okay, fine, I'll create a space for you where you can be there, and whatever we think of in one of the centers I was mentioning this particular point that the Lord is the master and we are his servants. So but then in the material world the role that the Lord is doing, in Bhagavad Gita he mentions that Anumanta, Upadrishta, Bharta, Bhokta, like that, he mentions. Anumanta means like permitter. If you want to do a particular activity, he permits you to do that. And Upadrishta, he is overseer. And then Bharta means, what is the meaning of this word Bharta? Or maintainer. Basically maintainer. So Bharta, and like he is Bhokta. Bhokta means like if you are going through a pain, he also experiences the pain, right? So it is not that like now you have opposed me, you get lost. No, it's not like that. So like we have done something wrong, and he's just like a judge. You can imagine a judge who's pronouncing a punishment for the criminal. So and after that he likes that, uh, that person, and he also goes and lives with him in the same jail. So that's how the Lord is like. Even if we take a life of an animal, which is going to be there in a filthy place, the Lord is also coming with us as Paramatma, and he's staying there. So this shows how much he actually likes us and loves us. So but then somehow or other, we have lost focus and we have lost our this one to serve him. So the Lord, out of his promise to to facilitate the living entity, and not disturb the living entity in his pursuits, so he will never stop us, from our thought process. Rather, he will make note of our desires, and then he will try to fulfill those desires. Right. So that's why the Lord actually sends his devotees. He sends his devotees, and the job of the devotees is that, like somehow or other, you please convince this living entity to surrender to the Lord. No, if the living entity says that no, I understand, no, I am your part and parcel, I want to render service to you, rest everything the Lord will take care. No, like Lord is like whatever your desire is there, He is going to execute it, right? So if I want to become His devotee, He will execute that as well, right? So, but then the decision we have to make. No, that's the problem that we are stuck in. Hare Krishna. Any other questions, or if no one or two devotees from Prabhuji's and one or two devotees from Mataji's can share some some points that you liked in today's session.
Hare Krishna. Guru. So I have two questions actually. So question is about uh, right now we are accepting that soul, but we can still attain the soul consciousness. Being a body, that we are accepting that there is a soul behind us, like we are doing this. Because with this sadhana, they are going to attain some soul consciousness, or they are going to attain some knowledge about their previous birth. And is that really required to get to know about our previous birth, or just to get the knowledge and continue for the current birth? That is one question. And the second one is when your sadhana goes very deep, I heard like people get to know some different experiences that they'll see some, they'll visualize something. Does you heard anything from people already, like they have done very good sadhana in your personal experience?
Okay. So it is not necessary to think, get to know about our past lives. So, but here Bharat Maharaj, he got to know about his past lives, by the grace of the Lord, just so that he will not commit the same mistakes he did in the past life. And so that's this one. Otherwise, like for spiritual advancement, knowledge about the past lives is not necessary, and like one can just progress in the spiritual life, stand alone in this life itself, and it's quite natural. If I'm there, and Srimad Bhagavatam actually mentions, so by analyzing the current situation, we can actually understand what we were in the past, and by analyzing the current situation, we can also know what we are going to be in the future. So both the things we can actually understand. If somebody is having a desire or propensity to steal, that means in the past also he had this habit. So that's how he is having it now. So that propensity is die hard actually. And then in the future, what he is going to be like. The current propensities that actually shows, it's like in a graph. A point is having some kind of a little movement towards a particular direction, then we can understand its journey past and in the previous and in the forward, right? So the same way, like we can actually understand the journey of the living entity. So it is not very important as well. So like to progress in the spiritual life, so we should know the problems are generic. Like we should try to avoid the problems, and we should try to engage in the bhajan, engage in the like Krishna conscious activities. And the second question is that will we get a different kind of a vision? Definitely we will get a different kind of a vision. So right now the vision is, it is called binna drik. Drik or drishti means like the vision, and binna drik means separated vision. That's the vision that is actually there. So separated vision means what? Everything that exists in this world are all different entities. Like this mic is a different entity, the stand is a different entity, this tree is a different entity, like everything is a different entity. So but then when we advance in Krishna consciousness, we will actually see that mamai jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. So like the Krishna is mentioning that mama eva amsha, like all the living entities are my parts and parcels. And in fact he mentions that ekadesha stita shagnir jyotsna vistarina yata parasya brahmana shakti etetam akhilam jagat. So just like even though the sun is present in one place, its jyoti is spread all over, it is illuminating the whole world. So in the same way, though the Lord is present in one place, his energies are spread throughout. And what are his energies? Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego, and the living entities. All of them are his energies. So literally, speaking Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So like we'll come to the state of Krishna consciousness where everything that exists is parts and parcels of the Lord, and the Lord is the one entity that exists in the whole creation. So that kind of a vision will come. So in fact, Srimad Bhagavatam says that the definition of fear. So when the word, the concept of fear is defined. So it says that Bhayam Dvitiyad Abhiniveshatasya Ishadapetasya Viparyayo Mukha. So when we turn our face away from the Lord, then everything looks to be different. And that's called the darkness of material existence. And when this different vision, the separated vision, actually causes fear. So like for example, if all of you have your hand, and if your hand suddenly beats you, no how many of you have a fear that your hand may suddenly beat you? You don't have, right? So because it's your part and parcel, though it will not act in any funny way like it likes. So in the same way, like we are all part and parcel of the Lord. Like no other part of the creation is going to actually harm me. Because that is also part and parcel of the Lord, and I am also part and parcel of the Lord. So then a person comes to the this kind of a vision will actually come, and that time he is called as Abhayacharan. That time he is called as, like, he is fearless. That's why the sadhus are fearless. So they generally used to live in the forest, where even the lion, tigers, and other ferocious animals are living. So they used to live in the same place, because they are fearless, because they know that I have surrendered to the Lord, and I am understanding that the Lord, I am part and parcel of the Lord. So nothing can actually harm me. Even if some living entity were to come and harm me, it's by the will of the Lord. So, and due to their advanced consciousness, even the other animals would not harm them. So like that. So that's how the different vision, the advancement of vision will happen. And it's not going to happen flip flop, immediately, like, it's just going to happen like that. It's going to happen gradually. Gradually you'll start seeing things in connection with the Lord, and this vision will improve over a period of practice of Krishna consciousness. No?
So some points which I like from the session too, like which I can take away. So like Bharat Maharaj, like he gave up the material life, though he had so many loving wives and loving children, but he gave away it like a Malavar. But the other life, like the love and affection towards the earth, that bounded him. So we should understand how Maya Devi is very, very powerful, and we should safeguard ourselves. Some things which we take for granted, we should be really appreciating the association of the devotees, which we are easily getting. But without that, how fallen we could become. So that is one takeaway for me. And one more is about Jada Bharat. Like so how he was detached and he was taking everything as like whatever came in his life materially, he took it like okay, whatever God is giving, let me take it and go move forward. So that much surrendered he was. So that was another takeaway from the session. Thank you so much.
So, one concluding thing, I would again request that all of you take this Krishna consciousness seriously, and seriously means like few discrete things. Like, please chant the Hare Krishna mantra every day, and try to offer some worship to the Lord, and then don't miss the association of devotees. Weekly once at least. It is very, very essential, and at least for the consideration that. Your Bhakti Viksha leaders and your mentors, they are putting so much of effort and so much of endeavor, sacrificing their personal time, and so many things they could be doing in that time. So they are taking out time. So just so that we can create some opportunity for association. So please take that seriously, and practice that. Attending Bhakti Viksha, and also render some tangible service to the Lord, like offering some tulsi leaves to the Lord, chanting the names of the Lord, studying Bhagavad Gita, and whenever possible, in any other way, like if we can do some service to the Lord. So that's very, very nourishing, and that's going to help us revive our Krishna consciousness. Especially tulsi worship is considered to be tremendously powerful form of like advancement. And please accept these principles in your life strongly, And no, just no, you know the Sthala Purana, Prabhu? Okay, so here, Prasanna Venkateshwara Swami temple is there. So the deity is not very tall like the Tirupati deity. So here it's like around 3.5 feet. No, he is, and then like it's very, it's very good. Like in Tirupati, like no, you have to go all the way around. No, so much. So, but here, no, we can go very within few minutes. No, you'll actually reach the the throne of the Lord. And it is mentioned that once a particular king was performing yajnas, lot of yajnas, and lot of ghee was offered in yajna as ahuti. And then Agni Dev actually got an indigestion. It's all Leela of the Lord. He got an indigestion, and then the this one was the cure for that was no, he had to swallow the Kandava forest. No, that's in connection with Mahabharata. So, like there, no, there is we know in the Mahabharata like what all things happened. So he did that, and then later on for that act he was cursed, to become ineffective. If Agni becomes ineffective, nobody can cook. No, nobody can. What is that? No, nobody can perform any yajna, and if nobody is able to perform yajna, so all other Devi Devatas also cannot get their share. No, everybody will become weakened. No, in fact, when Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, and these personalities, when they wanted to take charge of the universal affairs, so they knew that the universal affairs are going on primarily because of the economic system. What is the economic system? The economic system is the yajna. And if we stop the yajna, so then the devatas will become weaker and the demons can actually overpower them. So that's the root of the Vedic culture. And if Agni becomes ineffective, it becomes like quite a difficult this one. So then like he was asked to worship the Lord, and it is said that Agni actually came here and worshiped the Lord, and the Lord manifested to him. So it's a self-manifested form of the Lord. So it is quite a nice this one that we are there in such a holy place. So in South India, especially, like wherever you go, like you will find such wonderful places where people performed nice worship and the Lord manifested to them. Sometimes people ask, have you seen God? Does God come, and things like that? And also, like, we have a lot of proofs. So where these kind of wonderful shrines and temples existing all through. So let's go and take darshan of the Lord with intense mood of devotion, and praying that we may become Krishna conscious, right? So we may pray for so many other things we may have in our to-do list. So, but with that, we can actually pray that like all this to-do list will get satisfied, if we actually become a devotee of the Lord, right? If we actually become very advanced in the devotional service, right? So we should pray for that, and no, we should try to intensely beg the Lord that we may become advanced in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Amen.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for the class, Prabhuji. In the class, we actually get to know how important it is to actually keep God in the center. We got to know how we degraded from the Vedic civilization to the modern civilization where we actually kept the temple in the middle, and we are around that. Now it's the other way around. Right? So it's very important when it comes to the story of Maharaj Bharat and Jal Bharat as well, how Maya plays a role. Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya, used to say that I am worried that people are not sufficiently scared of Maya. Right? And it's very important, and we get to know this from the stories that is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? And when it comes to sense gratification, Prabhuji was mentioning, so there in scriptures as well, it says, Krishna Jiva Bhula Bhoga Vancha Kare, Vasate Tare, Jhapate, Maya Dhare. Right? Maya Jhapate Dhare. Right? So it's when you actually forget Krishna, it's very easy for his illusionary power, that is Maya, to actually capture you. Right? So we need to be very steadfast when it comes to Krishna consciousness. And that's the whole reason why we have Prabhujis and the senior devotees actually telling us every now and then why it's very important for us to keep steadfast, determined in this particular path. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And let's dance one time for His Grace Aditya Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Thank you so much. And we also have His Grace Kartikeya Prabhuji. who has arrived. So we have his association as well. I think we are moving in second, right? So, so Hare Krishna, get ready for temple darshan. Now we heard little bit. Somehow I'll just describe. Then with the ears, you can see the darshan. Clear? Okay. So this place, so any place is very, very potent, a spiritual place because of what? Can anybody tell the reason? What is the why spiritual places are very potent? What are the reasons? The Lord is there, okay? Devotees are there. Any other? Bhakti is there, yeah. Yes? Okay. So mainly the rather than the Lord, the devotees are very, very powerful. They go to different places not to take their association, to give their association, purify the place. So this place has been meditated by Brigamuni. Okay, you all know Brigamuni? Heard? Okay. So what happened in there is a small pastime in the Krishna book. So there was an yajna, what was happening that who was the greatest, Shiva, Brahma, or Vishnu? Like that, like they were doing yajna, and Narada Muni came and asked, why are you doing this yajna? So, so then like he told then they said we want to do for the welfare of the people. Then Narada Muni asked whom you are going to offer this yajna like that. Then they were confused whether to offer to Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, like that they were confused.